A vocal archetype is a sound so strongly tied to a type of character that it becomes the go-to reference in films, TV, or games. The more frequently that voice or sound is used for similar characters across different production, the greater the chance it has of becoming a recognized archetype. The wider the reach, the more it cements itself in people's mind as the voice or sound that feels most real for that kind of character. In short, vocal archetypes are built through repetition and popularity. Even today, when we think of an evil sorceress, the archetype can be traced back to The Wizard of Oz or early Disney movies. These references shape entire categories. Take the evil sorceress, orcs, and beyond. Close your eyes and picture an orc. His voice is deep, guttural, and often delivered with a British or Cockney accent, largely thanks to The Lord of the Rings.
Meat is back on the menu, boys!
Understanding vocal archetypes is invaluable for creature or monster voice work and sound design. They give voice actors and sound designers a foundation that audiences instantly connect with. Of course, there's room to break away from tradition or create new archetypes, but few manage to do so successfully. Vocal archetypes also evolve over time. Take zombie-infected vocalization, for example. In 1968, George Romero, Night of the Living Dead, showcased slow, moaning zombies. A sound that became their signature for decades, appearing in countless films and games. I still remember playing Resident Evil on the original PlayStation. Those moans were absolutely terrifying. In 2002, 28 days later, and in 2004, Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake changed zombie physicality. They began running. This shift called for a more aggressive, frightening sound to match their new behavior, and that became the dominant vocal archetype for fast zombies/infected. In 2013, The Last of Us introduced the Clickers, whose unsettling vocalization quickly became iconic. However, unlike other zombie archetypes, this sound is so distinctive that it's never been used outside that franchise. If you hear it, you immediately think of The Last of Us. By 2019, Days Gone brought another twist with the aggressive vocal effect in its horde sounds, adding a new layer to zombie audio design. For larger zombie or infected types, many games have adopted the low guttural roar as their archetype. The evolution of zombie sound is a perfect example of how vocal archetypes can shift over time, and how a single creature type can develop multiple recognized archetypes. Interestingly, the same sound can be used for entirely different creatures. For example, the vampire sound in 30 Days of Night, or identical to some zombie sound in Days Gone. This shows that archetypes aren't always creature-specific. Sometimes the same vocal style crosses genres. When preparing for an audition or working on voice design, starting with the character's main vocal archetype is usually the safest approach. Nearly every type of creature or monster has one, and learning them is essential for anyone aspiring to be a creature voice actor. When players or viewers instantly connect with a character's sound, it makes the performance feel more authentic and immersive, enhancing their overall experience. That's the power of vocal archetypes. They give us a shared language, sounds that audiences instantly recognize. Starting with these familiar voices grounds the performance in something believable. And once you've anchored in an archetype, you have the freedom to push it further, twist it, and make it uniquely your own. Knowing these archetypes doesn't limit creativity. It gives you a foundation to stand on so your performance resonates with audiences while still leaving room for originality.